Thanks for joining us on NewsNation Rush Hour. I'm Nichole Berlie. And border backlash. U.S. Air Marshals are planning to rebel against the White House plan to take marshals off of some flights and instead put them at the southern border. They say it's leaving flights unprotected during the busiest travel time of the year. Correspondent Evan Lambert is live at Reagan National Airport. So, Evan, this is supposed to help with the shortage of Border Patrol agents.
Nichole, this seems to be an admission here that Border Patrol needs help down on the southern border with migrants. Some air marshals saying that it leaves flights at risk, like the ones coming in and out of Reagan National here near the nation's capital.
First, the border isn't secure, and now the airplanes aren't secure.
A retired supervisory federal air marshal and Border Patrol agent sharing his concern with NewsNation about the plan that deploys air marshals to help contain the crisis at the southern border.
So by taking all these extra assets, bringing them down to the border, doing menial tasks to support a Border Patrol that's not supported in the first place makes no sense.
Among other duties, air marshals patrol flights across the country based on threat assessments. The plan has also drawn criticism from members of Congress.
DHS is removing hundreds of air marshals from the skies during one of the busiest travel seasons of the year, even though you have stated that America's aviation infrastructure is a very high threat and is a target.
According to the Government Accountability Office, the Federal Air Marshal Service has grown to employ thousands of air marshals. Yet retired Marshal Frank Terreri tells NewsNation based on capacity, they're only on a small percentage of all flights. At peak times, the FAA says that total is 5,400 aircraft in the sky. The Air Marshal National Council told the Washington Examiner air marshals may refuse the southern border assignments, which largely involve menial, non-law enforcement tasks, describing the plan as a mutiny. The reaction, a response to what they say is increased risk on flights. As an example, the council pointing to a Frontier flight earlier this month where a man boarded with 2 box cutters and had to be subdued by passengers. In a statement to NewsNation, the Transportation Security Administration defended the air marshal assignment, saying in part, quote, federal air marshals will continue to support our critical mission on the ground and onboard aircrafts. The deployment of federal air marshals to execute DHS's mission at the southwest border on a reimbursable basis is temporary. And just within the last hour or so, NewsNation got an additional statement from the Department of Homeland Security. It reads in part, the suggestion that flights are being left unprotected is completely false. TSA takes its responsibility to secure the skies for the traveling public very seriously. We will continue to protect commercial flights through our multi-layered security processes, including through the Air Marshal Service, which supports this critical mission on the ground and onboard aircrafts. Nichole.
All right, Evan, thank you for that. All right, let's take a more in-depth look at this. So let's bring in Sonia Hightower-Labasco, Executive Director of the Air Marshal National Council. Sonia, thank you so much for being with us. This is being called a, quote, mutiny of a federal agency. Let's focus on that. How big of a deal is that?
Well, the one thing I want to say about that, Nichole, is our air marshals are very dedicated and they take their jobs very seriously. We feel through our legal counsel at the Air Marshal National Council that the DHS does not have a legal standing, that they have overreached their authority to deploy air marshals in the border. We are a transportation venue. We are deployed in aviation locations. So, and the statement that was just made that I just saw that TSA said that no flights are being uncovered, I would like to put back to TSA, who's covering the flights? If you're deploying 150 to 200 a month down to the border, I simply want to ask them, who's backfilling those flights?
All right, so Sonia, so we just learned from Evan's piece as well that air marshals are on a small percentage of all flights. So just talk about how air travel, here in our country would change, if those marshals on those small percentage were removed.
They already been removed, Nichole. We're already seeing backlash now. Mm-hmm. We've had a level 4 threat where a cockpit was attempted to be breached over the weekend on Saturday from Southwest. That's a level 4. That's when the pilot actually calls to air traffic control and they say they're going to lock the cockpit down. That's the highest threat advisor you can get on an aircraft.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.